Hello guys, how are you doing today? I hope you're good, you're well, you're fine, you're safe, and you're healthy, of course. So today I'm going to make another video for us to understand our lesson. So please bear in mind that I am making this in order for you to understand the lessons that we are discussing, that you have in your modules. Alright? So please bear with me. Ito lang po ang paraan para explain ko sa inyo ng mas maayos at mas madali yung ating lesson. Para po pagdating po ng mga summative test, yung mga assessments natin ay naiintindihan ninyo. Ready na po kayo? Let's start! Our topic is about making connections. This will be our lesson from week 1 to week 4. So there's a scenario here. Have you ever experienced having chit-chats with friends, then suddenly your mind wandered for a few seconds? Then when they turned to you and asked your opinion, you just went blank and lost the connection. Oh, nangyayari ito sa atin, even sa akin. Yung tipong nagkukwentuhan kayo magkakaibigan, magbabarkada, tapos biglang yung utak mo ay lumipad sa Mars. At nung pagbalik ng utak mo, tinatanong ka na nila kung anong masasabi mo dun sa pinag-uusapan. And then, biglang sabi mo, ano na nga yung pinag-uusapan natin? Ano na nga yun? Pakiulit nga. Uulitin from the very beginning, iiwanan ka ng mga kaibigan mo, di ba? So, yun ang nangyayari. Okay, so what will happen if you lose that connection? First is, you will not understand what they are talking about. Of course, ikaw ba naman, naglakbay yung utak mo sa Mars, maiintindihan mo kung ano yung pinag-uusapan nila? Siyempre, hindi. Number 2, you couldn't give comments about the topic. Yun sa'yo, Chris, ano masasabi mo? Tapos ikaw, ano naman yung pinag-uusapan niyo? Ulit nga. Okay? And then, you might end up being OP. Noong panahon namin, nung kami mga high school, pag sinabing OP ka, OP ka na. Sabihin, you are out of place. Okay? So, yun ang nangyayari. Now, making connections, that is also, when you are connected with other people, you can understand, diba? You can understand what they are saying. You can understand kung anong nangyayari sa paligid mo pag connected ka sa paligid mo. So, making connections is also important sa pagbabasa. Okay? What is the importance of this in reading? So, let me read first. Reading comprehension is an important skill that every student should learn, of course. This is understanding the meaning of the text that we are reading. It is really important na maintindihan natin yung mga binabasa natin. Bakit? Let's say for example, nagbasa ka ng instruction. Ang sabi sa instruction ay, ilagay ang T kung tama at M kung mali. Dahil nabasa mo lang ay tama o mali, ang isinulat mo ay tama, T-A-M-A at mali na M-A-L-I. So, kung ako yung teacher mo at naintindihan mo naman yung at pakiramdam ko, ina-explain ko naman sa'yo ng tama yung instruction, siguro pagbibigyan kita once. Pero pag inulit mo pa ulit, ay mali na yun. Kasi that is not what is indicated in the instruction. So, it is very important na alam natin or naiintindihan natin yung binabasa natin. Mamaya binasa mo, nagbasa ka ng instruction. tapos hindi mo naintindihan kung ano yun. So, of course, mali ang magagawa mo. O, meron pang sumagot sa akin. Wala namang multiple choice, pero ang sagot, ABC. O, meron pang sumasagot sa summative ko. Ang choices hanggang C lang, pero yung sinulat niya doon hanggang letter D. So, meaning, they are not reading or nababasa nila, pero hindi nila naiintindihan yung instruction. So, it is very important that when we read, we do understand what we are reading. Okay? So, now, I'm going to help you how to connect yourself to the article or to the book that you are reading. Okay? So, our goal is to connect the text to particular issues, yung mga issue na nangyayari, sa dispositions in life, text, i-connect natin yung nababasa natin sa kung anong mga opinion natin, and yung text sa kung anong mga concerns. Alright? Okay, so how are we supposed to understand or comprehend the meaning of the text that we are reading? Paano natin maiintindihan yung mga text na binabasa natin? So, according to Harvey and Godfrey's 2000, you might have not noticed, but your previous experiences, knowledge, emotions, and understanding affect what you, what and how you learn. Okay? So, according to these two authors, that, ang ating previous experience, yung mga experience mo noon, yung knowledge, yung natutunan mo, yung emosyon mo, at yung pang-unawa mo ay nakaka-apekto sa kung paano ka matututo. Okay? So, I'm going to give you an example. Or before that, background knowledge, yung nalaman mo or yung alam mo na, plus experiences, yung mga naranasan mo pag pinagsama yan, this will make your reading more sensical and meaningful. Meaning, pag ikaw ay rich in experience at meron kang mga nalalaman tungkol dito, yung iyong mga nabasa ay magiging very meaningful sa'yo. I'm going to give you an example. Here is a article from GMA News Online, your news authority. It says here, finally, a scientific explanation for alimuom. Everyone knew alimuom. Alam nyo ba yung alimuom? Okay. Every Filipino this was published January 21, 2015, 6:51 p.m. Every Pinoy is familiar with that warm, earthly aroma you get immediately after rain on a hot day. We even have a name for it, alimuom, called petrichor in English. Alimuom's distinctive smell finally has scientific explanation. Scientists at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, or MIT, pinned down the explanation with the help of high-speed cameras trained on raindrops falling on 28 types of surfaces in some 600 separate experiments. Okay, when we say alimuom, naiintindihan mo yun. Yun yung amoy na hindi mo mawari kung saan nanggagaling. Pag halimbawa mainit tapos biglang umulan, meron ka maaamoy, di ba, yung tinatawag natin na singaw or alimuom. So if you're going to read this article, tapos hindi mo alam yung alimuom, it's very hard for you to understand, di ba? Parang hindi ka makakonect kasi hindi mo alam yung alimuom. But if you experience this, o yung mga bata, nung bata kayo, di ba? Na pagka biglang umulan, magpapaalam kayo sa nanay at tatay nyo, nanay, gusto kong maligo sa ulan. Sasabihin ng nanay mo, hindi pwede, magkakasakit ka. Pero ikaw, tumakas ka at naligo ka sa ulan. Okay, so naamoy mo yung alimuom. Now you have that experience and you have that background information about it. This will make your learning significant or memorable, di ba? Meaningful. So, yun ang connection. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng having connected or being connected with what you are reading. Okay, what is schema? You will probably think of your childhood memories when you smell that alimuong while asking your mom or dad to alao. This was my na-advance ako. This was my example earlier. Okay, so how about this? Supply chain resist calls to burn down the global supply chain in order to save it. Okay, so this is the article. If you are not really interested or you don't have any background about supply and demand, most probably hindi mo babasahin ito. 'Di ba? Kasi, say for example, at your age, being a teenager, so you are not really that aware of what's happening in the economy. So for you, this is not really that interesting, and you don't know how to connect yourself to it. So kahit anong basa mo nito, hindi mo siya maiintindihan. Okay? Most probably maiintindihan mo siya ng kaunti. But since you don't connect to the article, it's very hard for you to understand it. Okay? So, types of connection. We have text to self. Yung book at ikaw. Yung binabasa mo at ikaw. So, let me explain. This is the connection you make between the text you read and your personal experiences in life. Yan. Lalabas yan sa inyong summative assessment. Okay? So, this is your personal experience at yung nababasa mo. This type of connection makes your reading more personal because you can relate it to yourself. O, teka, ako to. Yung sinasabi dito, ako to. Naranasan ko to. Diba? Okay. Questions to ask. What are my experiences that these texts remind me? Say, for example, etong sinasabi to, naalala ko to, nung bata ako, naranasan ko to. Is my experience the same with what I am reading? Parehas ba yung experience ko sa binasa ko? Or at some point, parehas lang siya pero hindi talaga siya parehas. Next, are there any differences at some point? Does the result of this experience the same with mine? O yung naging resulta ba dun sa binasa mong book ay parehas nung naging experience mo? Is this related to my life? Related ba to sa buhay mo? How do I feel after reading this? Anong naramdaman mo after reading that article? Nakarelate ka ba? Okay? So, yun. One way to connect is text to self. So, if nakaka-relate ka sa binabasa mo, most probably talagang maiintindihan mo yung binabasa mo. Okay? Next is text to text. What is this? This is the connection that you make between two articles that you have read. Okay? So, meaning, yung binasa mo noon at saka yung binasa mo ngayon, parang, teka, parang nabasa ko na to. Naiintindihan ko to kasi pinag-aralan namin to nung elementary, diba? Say for example, I am explaining to you about adjective, and then, biglang may isip, pag-aralan namin ito nung grade 3 Adjective modifies a noun and a pronoun. So, magkakaroon ka ng connection or magiging connected ka kasi nabasa mo na yung text na yun sa another text. Okay? So, the article might have the same author, pwedeng the same author, the same stories, the same genre, or the same topic. Okay? You make your reading meaningful because you already have previous idea about the topic. So, meron ka ng dating idea. Teka, alam ko tong adjective na ito. Itinuro ito sa akin nung grade 3 ako. So, maintindihan mo yung lesson ngayon. Okay, questions to ask while or after reading. What does this article remind me of what I have read from the past? Ano yung article na tungkol saan ito? At ano yung nire-remind sa akin na nabasa ko na noon pa? What are the similarities? Anong pagkakapareho? In what way these two are different? Ano naman ang pagkakaiba? Ito ngayon mas mahirap ito. Kasi marami nang sinasabi sa adjective. Meron palang mga degrees of adjective, di ba? So, nadadagdagan yung knowledge natin. Pero meron na tayong prior knowledge. Next, what was the article that I read that almost similar to this one? Ano yung article na yun? Ano yung book na binasa mo na parehas ito? Diba? So, magkakaroon ka ngayon ng connection. Bakit? Kasi may prior knowledge ka na doon. May experience ka na nabasa mo yun. Okay? Diba? What it is all about. Meron pa palang pahabol yun. Okay. Next is text to world. These are connections where you relate one material to another that you have read or have already come across. Text might be from a similar author, same theme, or topic, same genre, and the like. Okay, so let's say for example, may binabasa ka. And then, yung nabasa mo yun ay nabasa mo na article or something like that or related to that sa Facebook, sa Google, sa newspaper. So, yun. You are relating or nare-relate mo yung nabasa mo sa nangyayari sa mundo. So, this is far bigger. Na? So, we can relate the text that we are reading. Say, for example, nakabasa ka ng article about pandemic here in the Philippines na bumababa na yung cases natin. So, biglang nabalitaan mo, narinig mo sa television or napanood mo sa YouTube na same na nangyayari sa ibang bansa. So, mai-relate mo yun, may ko-connect mo yung sarili mo. Kaya pala. So, yun. Okay, so how is this text related to some issues in the world? By the way, everybody pronounce the word issue, this one, issue, as issue, hindi po issue, okay? It's just a short I, it's like tissue, issue, right? Yan, pronunciation 101. Okay? Is this text similar to what has happened or happening right now? In what way this article different from the real world? Ano yung pinagkakaiba nito? Totoo ba yung sinasabi ng article na to? Pero parang ang nabalitaan ko ganito. So you have there the opportunity to weigh the information that you are reading. Iwas tayo sa fake news, marami niyan. Does this relate to some things that are happening around me? Nakaka-relate ba? Nai-relate ba natin ito sa mga nangyayari paligid natin? Okay, so recap. Making connections. First, text to self between you and your experience. Okay? Between your experience and the text you read. Next is text to text. This is between what you have heard and what you are reading. Or what you read, why heard? Between what you have read, malabo ng mata ni ma'am, and what you are reading. Okay, book to book. Next, text to world. This is between what you read and the things happening around you or around the world. Okay? So, real life application. In our life, there are times that we don't understand. May mga bagay tayong hindi maunawaan, hindi maintindihan. What really makes us happy? Hindi natin alam. Ano ba talaga nagpapasaya sa atin? Where are we going to find the meaning of life? Ano bang meaning ng buhay ko? Ikaw, ano bang meaning ng buhay mo? Next, when will our problems be over? Kailan matatapos yung mga problema natin? Nung bata ako, ang problema ko lang, anong kakainin ko kasi nagugutom na ako, kaya anong iluluto ni nanay na ulam. Ngayon, ang problema ko na, saan ako kukuha ng pambili ng ulam? Diba? So, lumalaki yung problema natin pero hindi natatapos. Kailan ito matatapos? Then, who really loves us? May mga jowa dyan. Love ka ba talaga ng jowa mo? Charot. Okay? Sino ba talaga ang nagmamahal sa atin? Si mama? Si papa? Si tatay? Si nanay? Si ate? Or si irog? Pag-ibig? Ano tawagan? Si sweetheart? Whatever. Okay. How are we going to find the true love. Oh, connection lang tayo, pero true love lang pinag-uusapan natin dito. Okay, so we have so many questions that are still unanswered, tama? We don't know really the answer, and we are still searching for the answers because we are not really connected to the one, may I repeat, to the one true source of knowledge and wisdom. He who can give us the understanding to make our lives more sensical and more meaningful. So, in making connections in real-life application, text to self. Between what you read from the Bible and your experience. Next, text to text. Between what you have read from the Bible and what you are reading. It is also important to compare what we are reading on what is written in the Bible. Kasi, if you don't make that connection, alam niyo mga anak, it's really hard, no? Baka kasi masway tayo ng ibang mga pag-aaral. So, it's really important to be founded to the Word of God. And then, text to world. This is between what you read from the Bible and the things that are happening to the world. There are promises in the Bible na the Lord will keep you safe even during this pandemic. So what we need to do is to make that connection. Ito yung sinasabi ng Panginoon. Hindi niya ako iiwanan kahit may pandemic. He will keep me safe from possible harms and dangers. Okay, so these are connected with each other. Connected to God. Okay? So we can find the answers to our questions and fully understand the meaning of life if we are connected to the one true source of knowledge. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I hope na may natutunan po kayo. And for our next topic will be about annotation. So this is an instruction. You're not going to submit your quarter 2 assessment number 1 on Wednesday. Hindi pa po. That will be submitted next week pa. So you still have time to study types of connections. Regarding annotations kasi, merong included doon sa performance nyo about annotations. So, I'm going to discuss this first. How to do annotations, and then after the video that I'm going to give you, that's the time you're going to answer your performance task. Alright? So I hope you learn a lot, and I hope you keep on watching the videos that I'm making para po maunawaan ninyo yung ating mga lessons. So if you have further questions or clarifications or additions, you may comment down below so that I can address your questions if you have some. And kung may addition kayo sa discussion, that will be very, 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 very appreciated. Okay, so let's have the discussion on the comment box below para po maging active tayo. Parang nasa klase na rin tayo. So, since ganito po ang sitwasyon, let's take this as an opportunity para matuto tayo using this kind of medium or ano. Ay po. So, any questions, clarifications, additions, subtraction, violent reactions? Charot. Okay, comment down below. Okay po? So, thank you very much, and once again, stay safe. Huwag labas ng labas. Parang awa nyo na. And always have a good health. Huwag nagpupuyat sa ML at Facebook at kung ano-ano pa. Health is wealth. Bye everyone!